description or anything.
Like 2 videos.
Yeah, I did too. Don't worry.
And
But
you like hacks.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
How about this?
I like on hacks.
Okay. Well, what y'all be waiting for has finally came. The offenderman. I don't know, but y'all been tempting me about it, so let's get started.
Valentine's Day, the day of the year where love and lust are in the air. It reminds me of my very first lover. She was so beautiful. Her skin was so soft. Her hair was dyed a vibrant red, a bit like blood. I would watch her every single day. She made me lose control of myself. The carnal desires and passions were reaching a fever pitch. Staring at her from a distance wasn't enough for me, so I followed her home. I waited until she was in the shower before I made my presence known to her. She reached out for her towel, but it was mysteriously missing. While she stood there soaking wet, naked, and vulnerable, I spoke her name. She froze in fear as my shadow came closer and closer, and as the shower curtain was ripped back, and she saw me, a lustful grin stretched across my face. She cowered in fear at first. Silly little thing. I don't want to hurt you too much. I crave you. I need you. I grabbed her by the wrist and pulled her towards me. Feeling her body pressed against mine, it fueled the hunger I had for her. I pulled her hair with my left hand so she was looking right up at me, and as my tongue started stroking hers, my other hand started traveling downwards, further and further down. I began to massage her as she released these desperate little moans. Music to my ears. As I massaged her and licked her tongue. After a while, the fear subsided and she gave in to me. I told her to fuck my hand.
First of all, how do you even do that? Do you just sit on the hand and go like this? Or do you just sit on the hand and go, I'm waiting?
Mind blown.
You're gonna do something new today, kids. Today, if you see a man in an alleyway with a hat and
If you see any man in the dark in an alleyway, run.
If
Unless he offers you candy.
No, if he offers you candy, kick him in the shin, grab the candy and run.
Yes.
That's what we learned, kids. That's what we learned that day. You better learn too.
Wow.
But here's one thing. Don't ever poop. If they're hitting the shin, don't just go up to them and go. Here's the big pile of poop. You're ashamed of yourself. Come on. But here's the thing, kids. Here's a lesson learned. If you see a man just like this,
Like just like that right there.
There you go, good girl. Now, all you gotta do is run. I don't know if you can avoid them. Then just lay on the ground and cry. But my thing is having a handy little knife, so you can stab them and run. Get back here, you mother... Lesson learned, kids. Lesson learned.
She began thrusting on my fingers. Such a good little girl. I picked her up and slammed her against the wall, shoving myself inside her again and again. She was trembling while I was inside her.
Kiss me there. Kiss me.
She stared right at me as I thrust myself into...
You know how... you know how I would stare at him? I'll be like... Oh... I'll be like, no... I'm not meant to be raped yet.
Yes, you are.
No...
Oh.
and she started making out with me. This
Why would you make out with that mouth?
girl was so incredible. Eventually, she found herself on the bed, ass up and face down. Oh, I couldn't get enough. I already came multiple times, but she just made me want her more and more each time. The memories. I love Valentine's Day. Don't be surprised if I pay you a little visit tonight.
If he ever pays you a little visit, all you gotta do is get a knife, get a little knife, and go in the closet, and he gets in the closet, bang!
Not me.
What would you do? Girl, I'm gonna cry. Oh, well, I guess that's all we have for today. But wait, it might not be over. Let's look for one that's not long, and then we can all watch it together. I'm so creepy. Is that normal? No. It's so long. We'll watch Tiki Toby Memories, because I haven't seen the Tiki Toby one yet. We have room for one more video. No! I didn't do that. No. I don't have time for this.
This girl, she was beautiful. There was something familiar about her, but I couldn't place what it was. My past is blurry, to say the least. Memories come back in little glimpses when certain things trigger them, but that's all I get. As I wrestled her to the ground and slammed the back of her head repeatedly into the hardwood floor, as I squeezed her neck and felt her gasping for air, as I reached for one of my hatchets and heard her whimper.
Honestly, if somebody wrapped their arms or fingers around my neck, you know how I would react. They'll be like, what the heck is wrong with you? I'll be like, I'm dead.
Please, don't kill me. I actually stopped for a moment and contemplated if I was capable of letting her live. If she deserved to live. I knew I was hurting her for a reason, but I couldn't recall what that reason was, and so I stood up. looking down at the blood-covered beauty at my feet. She began to move, trying to crawl away as tears streamed down her face. I just tilted my head to the side as I watched her, crawling towards the back door. I asked her what her name was. She didn't answer. She just kept crawling. This angered me to no end. God, I just wanted a simple name. She ended up passing out from blood loss before I could get a response from her. At that very moment, though, I didn't need a picture to tell me her name. I knew exactly who she was. On the fireplace mantel, there was a picture of Sleeping Beauty over there, with her boyfriend and her brother, and I remembered them just fine. Memories started pouring into my mind. This bitch and the two assholes in the photograph with her were some of the many people who bullied me. I saw flashes of an incident where her brother was pounding my face in while she was cheering him on. She was making out with her boyfriend, who was also telling the brother to hit me harder. I couldn't feel any of his punches anyways. I don't feel anything. I did, however, feel the shame, and I knew that I was being hurt because there was so much blood everywhere. At the time, I let it slide because I couldn't feel the hits anyways. Bullshit like that cannot be allowed to go unpunished. These cruel, wicked people need to learn that they are not immune to suffering. They will be the ones who suffer the most. And so I lose any restraint I was clinging to. I told her, I don't feel enough for you to cry. Goodbye.
Oh my god. That ending was so brutal. Oh well. Well, all the time we have for today.
Hey, let's watch one of my videos.
You can't. It's about time up. It only takes 15 minutes. Well, that's
How about real quick?
time. We have enough for today. We will. The
Lee?
next video we'll make is about Layla's videos, and we will see. Oh my god, that thing is creepy. But still, we will see and find out on the next Sierra, the Crazy Sisters adventure. The Crazy Sisters out.